Hey everybody, Alexander Salazar here from SDArtAdvisory on a beautiful Wednesday night. I wanted to quickly just let you know that behind me we have an amazing art collection by JenniHoagDavis. You might have read already on the website that I started a new program called Legacy Art Exhibits. And what the Legacy Art Exhibits does is bring to light artists that are lost. And when I say lost, I mean artists that died around the 90s that unless they had somebody to add them to the World Wide Web, unless they had a gallerist that was promoting them after their death, unless they had a family that was actively showing their work somewhere, anywhere, they have become lost because they were not included in that new database that we call the World Wide Web, that encyclopedia that we go to when we look for art and when we look for artists. When we find art at a garage sale, at an estate sale, the first thing we do is Google them and see who the heck they were. In this case, Brad, her son, went to an appraiser and the appraiser called me and said, well, I have this guy, Brad, this older gentleman, that has his mother's art that's been in storage for about 25 years. And he doesn't know what to do with it, and they're emotional because they're of his mother. He doesn't want to just throw them away, but he wants to donate them to a nonprofit, but they're not worth anything because the last painting she did sold for $10. And why did it sell for $10? Is because Ms. JenniHoagDavis does not exist in the World Wide Web. When you Google her, you won't find anything about her, even though she had the most amazing life, moved here from Boston after being so lonely after the death of her husband. Her son, Brad, being a big part of this story of the Legacy Art Exhibit is why it's here, okay? I'm trying to make her found, and when I say that I want to give her an exhibit, I'm giving her an exhibit right now that's going on at SDArtAdvisory, and I want you to come in and look at these because they're beautiful. Enough talking, but I just want to give you a quick tour just so that you can see that JenniHoagDavis was a colorist and she loved color and collage. The mixed media effect of these works, like that's actually a person holding on to maybe a newspaper. That's another figure. They're abstract, but they're figurative. These are obviously cityscapes. This is one of my favorite pieces called Strolling Through the Rain, where she signed this in 1964. The one that sold already is actually an amazing piece called Spring in the Trees. This is a portrait of the artist. And what a beautiful woman, and her eyes really came at me when I saw this portrait. I know that her spirit is here. I know that when I saw the paintings and I read her story, I know that when I talked to Brad, her son, I said to him, you have to do this show because every artist deserves to be remembered. Here's a portrait of Brad when he was a little boy from 1949. But back to what I was saying, every artist needs to be remembered because what artists do is contribute to society. Artists document history. Artists tell a story. Artists are what the world is about when it comes to culture and fashion and moods and feelings, and everything that has to do with the world is tied somehow with an artist because the artists are the ones that bring in that situation and put it on canvas, turn it into a sculpture, perform it, write it down. All these forms of art need to be documented and need to be remembered. I just got goosebumps. For people to know. And I am trying through the Legacy Art Exhibit to find these lost artists, to document these lost artists, to make sure that they exist. And I even told Brad, I want to make sure that your mom is remembered even when you're gone. I said, because Brad, it's important to me that artists are found and artists are told, or artists are, their stories told. And it's important to me that I use my gallery space because for a few years I've been feeling a void and wondering what the fuck am I doing? Pardon my language. I've been trying to figure out what am I doing now. I've been a dealer for 25 years. I'm also an artist. What is my purpose? Why am I not being fulfilled? Why is the gallery not doing well? And when this happened with the Legacy Art exhibits, with Jenni Hoag being the first artist of this project, I knew I lit up. I felt something inside of me again. I felt like I did when I opened up my first gallery in 2009. So I'm really, really thrilled to have this show behind me. And I hope that you guys can stop by and look at the work. Getting emotional. Please stop by and look at the art. Thank you.